it suffers.
Does it? Oh, I'm streaming, by the way. It started.
Oh.
I need to put this like somewhere out of the way. Oh, right here. There you go. Ah, fuck the chat. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. We're starting. Are we doing that clap thing?
Clap.
You know how you're supposed to do a clap to sync your audio, except that we're online, so we don't have to sync our audio. Okay, you don't get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Oh. What is it, episode 7? I think it is. I think I say 7. Welcome to Anime Discourse. This will probably be our last episode, because we're going to get canceled by Ken after today, I'm pretty sure. Today I have the best D-Gen with me, the infamous from all the audio Discord, banned from every single audio Discord server. The myth, the legend, the snake. Also secretly on one of Crin's most recent video. You want to introduce yourself so I don't give you a shitty introduction?
Snake is my friend. I've been in audio for quite
No, not this is not an audio podcast. How long have you been an anime fan? How long have you been a weeaboo?
Probably since birth, I reckon.
Weeaboo since conception. Okay.
My dad was into anime, like the old stuff, like Macross and all that, and he played it on the CD player when I was about like 5, and I was like, oh cool, flying plane robots, and that was how I got into it.
I feel like if you're born in Asia, it's very likely that you have watched like weeaboo stuff when you're younger. I think it's hard to get away from.
Definitely.
Except that for a lot of people, like for some people, that it just never left them. It's not something that you grow out of. But that was a bad joke. So how many audio Discord have you been banned from?
I reckon about 3.
Just 3?
Yeah, just 3.
So I only remember C Audio. You got banned from that.
I got banned from IEF for weeb posting for.
Oh, okay, yeah, and HPHQ, right?
No, HPHQ actually have not been banned before.
Not yet been banned from HPHQ.
I barely frequent it anymore, so yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get what's up on that real quick, just to bump it up to 4. So I usually don't plan these podcasts, but apparently this is the one that we funny enough, this is probably the most planning I've gone to a podcast, because Snick and I actually went and made a slide for this, which is kind of like the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Snick, talk louder. I need to turn him up. My bad.
Just give me a sec.
No. Oh, you have gain on your thing. Ooh, you can balance your own audio.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was loud.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
So we actually went and like spent like, I don't know, like 30 minutes or whatever just doing the slides. It's super scuffed. Okay, so you're fucking weeaboo.
Yes.
And obviously I'm not. Okay. So
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We both like it's weird because like so you're a fucking weeb and so am I, and we both like kind of into audio. Like I guess like we both used to be into audio and still am, I guess. I don't know how that classifies. So like what I'm asking is that how do you feel about like the weeaboo marketing and IEMs?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
Do you like it?
I personally no.
Why not?
Like, that kind of advertising kind of just sucks. It's not good at
I
all.
don't want to hear that from you. I don't want to hear that from you.
Yeah, I mean, I think my standards are just a bit too high. So, you know, I gotta tone it down for the general
No,
audience.
I don't think so. Like, okay, so who's your wife again? Tell the audience who's your wife.
We say
Okay.
right there. Yeah.
See, I think the the amount of love you have for your wife is how big of a wife poster that you have of your wife.
Oh yeah.
I think that should be a like a linear line, like love for wife, and then how big of a poster you have of your wife's. Okay, but jokes aside, you why don't you like the Weeaboo marketing? Is it just not like good enough?
I think it's more of a cash grab, like just, you know, oh, we'll slap on anime go onto the box of our IEM and oh, it'll sell, and it does work. That's one thing, I guess.
But like you understand that like this isn't for I when they first okay, so I guess we're going on the first slide. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like what I think like the moondrop KXSS was like the first like mainstream like IEM with the anime girl on the box thing that they did. Which is like to Moondrop's credit, the Moondrop boss is a fucking weeaboo.
Yes, the pretty big weeb.
And don't quote me on this. I think he just got married to his then girlfriend, now wife. Which who drew the girl, which is super cute, right? And like it's like Snack Stream, like, you know, marry pretty audio girl.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so to his credit, like he's a fucking weeaboo. So like, of course he wants, you know, some like weeaboo marketing for his weeaboo IEM.
Yeah.
And
Hi-fi weeb knockoff.
No, like, but I it's not. So like, if you remember do you remember the Moondrop A8?
Ooh, that was a while back.
Right, but the box has well, not an anime girl, but like a girl on it. Like this is like a very anime style drawing, like with the KXSS, but like that one also had a thing like a girl on it, but it was just like a random girl in like a kimono or something like that. I don't think I can find a picture. But that one was like, you know, that one was pretty tame. Like I think like this is. I feel like
I'll rate that one about 4 out of 10.
That wife. Did you go look it up?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So let's not start the degen yet. So like, I feel like so what's the reception? Obviously, like, you're from Singapore, if from anybody that I couldn't tell, right? So like, what's the reception in Singapore of like this kind of marketing? Because like obviously you guys are fucking, for the most part, Chinese, ethnically Chinese, so my bad.
Yes.
So like, I feel like it's kind of similar to like China. So like, what's the reception like, the one that you get from, you know, in real life?
I reckon reception's actually pretty warm.
But like, is there like a negative connotation on it if you bought a KXSS?
So far, anyone I've met, no.
Okay, really? Like, not even online? I feel like in person.
Online, I feel it's like they're very anti-weeb in the first place. So yeah.
Well, no, that's because you're on the American Discourse, right?
Yeah.
But like just no. I feel like the Singaporeans are like.
Yeah, they're pretty chill.
Right, but like in China, it's kind of weird, right? Because so KXSS is like what, $170, right?
Yeah.
And it's about like what, 200 Sing around ish, right?
Around that, yeah.
And in China is about like 1,000 like 400 and 500 yuan or something like that. And like most like middle class kid can afford it, which is kind of nice. Like they use their pocket money to buy.
Yeah.
But then like they will post like they got a KXSS online, and people would just rip the shit out of them because Like, cause like, oh, you know, you bought the IEM because of the fucking anime girl, right? And
Yeah.
and it makes a lot of sense because like Chinese, I think Chinese netizens are very like known to be like super brutal, and like,
Yeah.
um, but like not to take away from the IEM because the IEM isn't bad. Um, oh wait, this is not an audio podcast. My bad.
Yeah, it's not audio.
But like there are merits to like if I think like a Moondrop would hear a lot more flack from it if they didn't make a good IEM and put a waifu on it and they try to sell that shit, right?
I mean, most of their IEMs are pretty decent.
I mean, like I
Like,
was well, yeah, sure. I mean, like decent for the price, right? I mean, like
yeah, decent for the price. Decent for the price. I won't say this stuff is amazing, but like it's all right.
right. I mean, like, but like, I don't think you can find anything like within $300 and have it be amazing, right? That's not the bar here. So like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, like mid-tier IEM, mid-tier waifus. Okay, so enough with
Yeah.
the marketing bullshit. It's boring. Um, what do you think about the waifu?
KXX is I'll rate her about 6.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I so obviously Moondrop is Chinese and this is not like, you know, Chinese. This is like literally Chinese cartoon in like a Japanese style drawing. I honestly think like they did like a very minimalistic like drawing because like it's all line drawing for like the first one, right?
Yeah, it's just fine art.
Yeah, and it's quite nice, honestly. I would say in terms of Moondrop, I think they should have just kept it like a simple line drawing which pleases the weeaboos, which probably won't offend like the more like anti-weeb stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is like when they first released this with the waifu and the IEM thing. I think that they did like probably the best thing they could have done, just not to offend anybody. Say, oh, here's anime girl on the thing, right? and then they double down, and then it was like, ooh, that's a little bit too much, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much? 6. You can edit on the thing if you want.
All right, give me this.
Cause I'm lazy. What is it? 6.5 out of 10? No, it's supposed to be a tier list. Well, whatever. Just do the score. It's not a tier list. We're just doing a score.
Score.
No.
Box.
Oh shit, we forgot to put dusk on the thing. It's okay. We can add another slide. Add broken arm critical. You wanna go find a picture of dusk? We can add it. Snex rating 6.5 out of 10. I think I'm gonna give it well, you don't have to say out of 10.
All right, 6.5 then.
Why do you have the capitalized rating?
Give me a second.
There you go. I think I'm gonna give it. I think within Moondrop, I'm gonna say a solid 8 out of 10. Like within Moondrop. Like
I mean, we are ranking other stuff as well. So
right.
I'm
But
basing-
I guess fine 7 then. But I honestly I think this is one of their best like design for the box. That's minimalistic, which I prefer, and not for it to be like super like out there to offend the non-weeb people. Like it doesn't have to be like weird, you know. And it gets weird. Hey Snake, go, since you're not streaming, go find a picture of Clinical.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
All right, you'll do that while we go to the next slide.
All right.
This is the we didn't find a hey, don't add below. Right, there you go. Thank you. So this is their most recent IEM, and which is all just the same. It's the same girl, right? But colored.
Yeah, just colored.
Yeah, that's.
And I think Kato as well.
What did you say?
I think she's using the Kato.
Right. But like, I mean, okay. It's so moondrop makes a bunch of single DDIEM, right? And if you want to name them all, it's like Kanas Pro, KXSS. What's out for KXSS?
It all starts with a K.
What?
It all starts with a K.
Right. So Kanas Pro, KXSS, and what else? There's one more. There's like a special edition KXSS, but we're not gonna count that, right? And then there's like, but like this is the most. Oh, and there's an Aria, right? That's like single DD. It sounds the same. And then there's like a slightly more expensive one, right, from the Aria. That's like like they have so many of these of single DD IEMs that just sounds pretty much the same. And
I mean, there's a bit of differences, but it's nothing amazing.
well, it's nothing that you would. Okay, how about this? Like they all, the difference within the range of the IEM is about like what's the Kato is how much? Like I want to say 200, 250, right? It's very expensive.
Yeah.
And the Aria is $40. So
190 from Shenzhen Audio.
Okay, 190. We're not sponsored by Shenzhen Audio, by the way. So the Kato is it's $200, and the Aria is $40. So from the most expensive to the cheapest is like $150, and I really don't think that right, that like I really don't think that you would rather pay $150 more for a Wi-Fi on a box.
I mean, some people will, but I wouldn't.
I mean, like, depends on how much $150 worth to you, right? I'm sure the Kato sounds a lot better, but like at the same time, they all have the general sound signature, and if you don't A/B them, I doubt that it matters to you too much. Yeah. Okay. Do you like the color version of the moondrop waifu?
I rate it a 7.5 out of 10.
Why do you not like? I don't know. I don't. You see?
I mean, what do you mean?
I don't like the color.
I think you didn't like the other?
Well, I don't like the color. Like I feel like this is like.
I mean, I find the details on this one is a bit better, like especially since you get a full body proportion.
Oh, I thought you know what, when you mentioned details, like we're not talking about audio, and then you're like full body proportion. I'm like, that's not an audio term. Yes, but at the same time, I think that I don't like the line is like, okay, obviously the character design is super plain, right?
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
I'm not like, you know, it's kind of funny that it kind of pink hair girl with a hoge. Yeah, I think like it's like a super safe like anime girl design, but then like at the same time it's fine, like, but the line work I feel like is just so much cleaner, just like in terms of like this drawing, and like I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the color. Like the color, like it's just like when you put that on a box, I feel like it's too much. It's like too much weeb. I like again, like not my wife. I think for the culture weeaboos out there with their own wife that they're committed to their wife, not a different wife every other week. I feel like this doesn't really appeal to me as much. I want to give it a 6. That's just me.
All right.
Sounds
fair.
It has nothing to do with IEM. Also very expensive. Why? Because that's like $200. But like, so if anybody go to like the moondrop site, they have like all the pictures of these all their official drawings. That's where we got them from, so you can just go look at the, if you like. I would be surprising to see if anybody have the moondrop wife as their waifu. That's what I want to know.
That's all I would like to know.
Cause like in my mind, right, like that's his wife, right? That's like, cause the wife is doing all the drawings and all that stuff. But no, boring stuff. Next thing we have the best moondrop waifu, which is based on a real person. Oh boy, that I have to say that looks exactly like Critical.
Yeah.
You should find a picture of Critical on his
Alright.
YouTube channel.
Give me a second.
That looks exactly like Critical.
Shit.
I'm gonna give this a 69 out of 10.
That already 420 out of 10.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should. This is obviously the best wife that you can ever ask for.
That's waifu.
Here you go. So I'll put your score out of it. 420 out of 10. Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Right, give me a second.
No, so for anybody who doesn't know, I don't know how anybody who would know. This is the collaboration that that Moondrop did with Kryn, and is Chronicle's icon still that old icon of him, like a rough, like a weird, his
Yeah,
old, it's still the same icon,
it's
right? So like it's from the manga, right? Do you remember where it's from?
I can't remember which manga, but he said it was from a manga.
Right, it's
before.
from a very old manga. And
Yeah.
I think somebody, like, he had that icon for such a long time, he just kind of stick with it. So
Yeah.
so then I think, like, how did that, like, so somebody drew a girl version of that icon and he used that one for a while, which was like the long running joke of, like, you know, oh, how Kryn got gender bend. And then when he announced the collab with fucking Moondrop, and I was like, oh, are they gonna do a Critical wife? And I'm like, oh, lo and behold, they did. And I was like, damn. I know. By dusk, use the code rush10 off to get 10% off on Critical's. I don't have a. But no, I feel like it's super funny. I actual score. Wow, this is the actual score. I thought they were gonna fix that wrist. The wrist looks super weird.
I mean, you do want to go more in depth about it. Like, you can see the dongle, Apple dongle. You know.
Oh my god.
Someone swears by it.
But that doesn't look like a dongle. I mean, sure.
It is, like, you could tell it's a dongle, mate.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry to high-fi for, you know, the lo-fi plebs.
I mean, I have a dongle right here. I feel like the bottom part is a lot.
I mean,
smaller.
It's an artist impression, you know.
I feel like the part that connects to your USB-C. I feel like this. Oh, I just make sure my phone doesn't turn on. So like this does not look very proportional to that drawing. It looks like a bigger dongle than it. Like it looks like the Loto dongle, which didn't came out yet when the drawing was done, or it looks like the LP dongle that has a bigger 3.5 in.
Yeah, 3.5 inch.
Didn't expect my dongle, huh?
Yeah, I mean the Seifuku is a nice touch as well.
Oh. And I thought
I'll give bonus points for that.
Are you a sailor phone? Are you a sailor uniform person?
Nah, not really.
No.
I would go into more detail, but you know, it's YouTube. Gotta keep it family friendly.
Oh, I don't have to keep it family friendly. Nobody watches the show. I mean, I'm just gonna get like one of the mods to ban you from Discord, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it's got the signature glasses as well.
Yeah, I mean, like it looks very much like Kryn, you know, as I said, but just, you know, with you know, it looks like Kryn can totally pull his cosplay off. I would love to see it. Is that one of his Patreon donation perks?
I don't know. You would have to ask one of the big boys. Give me a second.
Well, we'll have them find out. All right, so like from this point, I think like the marketing got real weird because like we found another picture, right? You know where it's going to, right? So okay. So let me preface this. Moondrop got into a lot of trouble for like their drama. Did you know about the trouble?
No.
Um, I think it was like on. I think it's on Twitter and Chinese Weibo, which is like the Chinese version of Twitter. Like
Yeah.
they post like some very like questionable, like a fan art, not like official, but like somebody did like a R18 fan art, like questionable R18 fan art of the girl, and they retweeted it, and I was like, hey,
Was it a yogurt one?
yes, the yogurt one, yeah, the yogurt drama.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah. Look up.
that's not very nice. Get rid of Corinne. Oh, get out of here. We should have photoshopped his face. No, I love Corinne, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks
No
very much
disrespect.
like him. I love him. He's a great guy. If you ever want to watch me yell at him for like an hour, watch the second episode of Audio Discord, like the season 1 of that. It was super scruff, but I yell at him for an hour. Yeah. So like back to the yoga drama, right? We should do the slide. That's not. Back to the yoga slide.
Let's talk about yogurt first. Let's talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about yoga first. So we're just gonna let this sink in. Like, I feel like it. Like obviously, like all the stuff are taken down.
Yeah.
Like they understand how like dumb it was. And I'm not like for this is because this is
What went through their mind when they retweeted it? That's what I want to know.
I don't think they.
Is it wholly
I think it's funny.
or-
Like I think like it's funny. I think like it's like Chinese dirty humor. Right?
Yeah.
Cause like majority like like from his generation, like he's a little bit older. Like from his generation, it's like Chinese old weeaboo dirty humor, and
Yeah.
I think I just like I think like Moondrop is an extremely popular IEM, and when you get to that point, it's hard to like beat that degen. And like I you know what? How about this? I don't think they lost any sales from that, nor like any sales for them to care.
I think maybe their reputation did take a hit, but sales wise, I don't think so.
I don't think that if you were to buy a Moondrop IEM, you would care about them being the owner being a super fucking weeaboo, right?
Yeah. I mean, as long as the IEM is good, their warranty and
This is not an audio podcast, by the way. I like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, generally, if those are alright, like, I don't give a shit. Like, yeah.
But yeah, but like I mean, like it's fine that they taken down. You know, it got really bad when HVB was talking shit about Moondrop.
I mean, HVB is always talking shit. When's he not talking shit, man?
I mean, like get it this way: a audio reviewer who is obviously not Japanese that lives in Japan is complaining about weeaboos.
Yeah, the irony.
Let's get that straight right here, right? I mean, like I don't mind it. I think it's funny because I'm a fucking weeb. Other people probably don't because it's gross, right? Because
I mean, our sense of humor is just different.
Right,
I reckon.
right. I think like yeah. But like I think this is why we hire a PR firm to like
Yeah.
for big companies to handle their social media and not just retweeting somebody a fan drawing of your girl
Just
spilling yogurt.
The definition of horny on main.
I mean, it's like like liking Lou things in a picture form is definitely better than being racist against Asians, which
Yeah.
some other audio company like to speak out on. Just things that you shouldn't say when you're a representative of a company. I just think that on a scale of
Ooh.
racist against Asians, and like if that's like a 10, right? Like if if you want to alienate literally your biggest market in the world and come out and say like shady Singaporeans or Singaporeans are too lo-fi, I'm sure the OGs know what I'm talking about, quoting the two companies. Like literally owners of the company who goes on, well, not public, but like on Discord or on HeadFi say, I don't know where you're from, but you're from Singapore, so you're shady. Or I don't want to send demo units to Singapore because Singaporeans are lo-fi.
Lo-fi kind of sus.
I mean, like, sure, if you want to, like, I mean, it has nothing to do with, like, you know, their racial identity or anything. Like, you shouldn't generalizing a group like that, which is hilarious, right? Because I feel like Singapore is the most concentrated area for like audios being bought or sold. So like when you come out and said that, you know, Singaporeans are shady, well, I'm sure your sales from that region will take a hit somewhat.
Even if your sales don't, it's like your reputation is taking a massive hit.
Well, it's not like they make good audio products, but to begin with, so like nothing is lost there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, agree with that.
So on the point of, okay, so like honestly, I don't think that's the worst thing. Like I don't think like saying Singaporeans are shady are the worst thing, because like now it's kind of like a running joke now. But like but what would you rank that incident as when they say the CEO of the company came out and say Singaporeans are shady? And also I can't be racist because my wife is half Asian. I love that one. Actually, that's even better.
That one was just I don't know how to say, man. Like that was just, it's both sad and hilarious at the same time.
What would you rate that on PR disaster? I'm okay. So why don't we do a short ranking on bad PR disaster? Singaporean shady. What would you rank that out of 10? 10 being the worst, 0 being like not bad at all.
I'll probably rate it 9.
Really? Singaporeans are shady are 9? That bad?
I mean, hey, I'm a Singaporean myself, so
I mean, yeah,
you know,
like, and you're shady as fuck, right?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's. I mean, obviously, like it's been a long time now, so like I feel like I don't think. Have you actually, like, obviously you're Singaporean and you're in Singapore, docks, right? Small island. Have you actually met somebody who disliked him because of that comment? Who disliked the company because they say, oh, you know that company is racist?
No, I actually haven't.
Right, exactly.
But I do know people who have had their opinions of, that someone in the company go down after that comment.
But like, yeah, sure, like small companies. I mean, like if you're. Like obviously, if your clientele is not majority, like I would like to say it's American company, so like I don't think they're like they have too much sales from like from Singapore. So like that statement.
You actually be surprised, because as you know, I used to work in an audio store. I won't mention, but the sales for that brand specifically were actually a pretty high portion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, like obviously it probably hurt him, but like I don't think like obviously he's not out of business right now. It's like it's still a standing company. So
standing company.
I feel like you don't have the room to grow. Like like if he comes out to be like a Nazi or something, I think that would have been a 9. Okay, that would have been a 10, but like I don't think saying Singaporean is shady is one step down from coming out as a fucking white supremacist, which should really be the 10 in terms of racism.
He did argue about his cause after that.
Right, exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. I feel like the argument is worse. So like I feel like saying I can't be racist against Asians because of my wife is half Asian would be like 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, all right.
I think Singaporeans are shady, which you guys are. It's funny because I can say it because I can't be racist against Asians because I'm Asian. I'm just kidding. Not an argument, okay? Not a. But like,
Rush cancel 2021. Rest in peace.
I've said worse things. I feel like his argument of why that he can't be racist because his wife is half Asian was like literally out there like a oof. Like the American
Yeah.
equivalent is like, I'm not racist, my best friend's black, and I'm like,
Like
yeah, no.
that doesn't do
The
anything.
classic you should hire. Okay, okay. So to put in PR perspective, I would say Singaporeans are shady. It's probably a 6.5. My wife is half Asian. Is probably 8.5.
All right.
Okay. On a lesser known audio thing, is comments on I'm not gonna send my headphones to Singapore because Singaporeans are lo-fi.
Hmm.
That's
I
a
mean,
deeper
that was
reference.
all
Do you
back.
remember that one? Do you
Yeah,
remember that one?
I know that. I was a bit of it. I was there when it what happened.
Uh,
Uh,
I think I'm comfortable saying that company because I hate that company. It's Borealis.
you can mention it. I'm not.
Oh,
not
I'm gonna
saying.
mention it. It's hilarious. He went on
Yeah.
Discord and says that because he was still making the headphone. Um
Mm.
and and then just it's just so weird. Like I don't think it crosses his mind. He just says that people ask him, "Hey, you're gonna send one of your headphones like a demo unit in Singapore? It's kind of nice." He's like, "No, I don't think Singaporean uses like headphones. They mostly uses IEMs, and I think Singaporeans are lo-fi." And the boys was pissed. Because
Yeah,
I mean, like coming from a guy
really a lot.
from the state, I obviously he doesn't understand the demographic or the marketing or anything about Singapore. He just comes out and throws a random comment on Discord with half that Discord population being from Singapore or of Singaporean,
Oh, Asian.
like having just Asian or just like from Singapore, right? And then you just go like, well, I mean, probably not the best thing you say coming from a guy who's trying to sell a boutique headphone, literally just talk shit about maybe probably the third biggest audio market in the world. I would say China, Japan, and Singapore, right? Ranked by nation by quantity sales. So not the
Yeah.
smartest move. But that honestly that I feel like that incident was like very contained.
Yeah, I think I was only contained to that one server.
Right.
Like, it didn't really spread much. And it was a while back, about
Oh,
close
it
to
was a
about
while back.
year and a half, was it two? Yeah, quite a while back.
But like so what would you rank that one as?
Oof. I mean, he practically alienated his entire Asian market.
Well, but
just
like
by
nobody
doing
knew
that.
about it, right? I don't think anybody outside of like just a small group of friends. Unless you guys are telling people about it, which you shouldn't because that guy's a piece of shit, right?
I think it did spread a bit, but like it's because it's just so long ago, and it's no one even talks about the headphone anymore. So
Okay, have you
yeah.
ever seen a Borealis in Singapore though? Have anybody in Singapore? Oh, I'm sure they have, but like, do you know anybody?
No, I don't think so.
I
I know there was one in Australia, but like that one got sold.
right, so it's like a super boutique thing,
Yeah.
right? So like, I think most of his audience are just dumb Americans because Americans are lo-fi.
Yeah, maybe,
Well, you
so,
can't say
yeah.
that. You're not American
Oh, what? Well, you can say that. I can't.
because I'm American. That was a play on his joke. Funny enough, because that oh, I'm gonna make that comment. So I know we're not an audio podcast anymore. Funny how that he called Singaporean lo-fi, and he literally made a headphone use a off-the-shelf Chinese driver, and the part that he's responsible for is not even a tuning. It's for the fucking headband that had QC issue on release. So
I know.
I just don't think that if you are one half the company and you're less of the audio half, you should come into a Discord and call people lo-fi and make a mediocre headphones that have questionable build qualities and charging people $900 for it. I think the correct statement is that
You know, there's a
my headphones
up-and-coming,
probably not that good, so Singaporeans probably have heard better, so I don't expect us to sell a $900 headphone at
Yeah.
Singapore.
I mean, you know, there is a certain headphone coming out that goes by the name of pretty basic, pretty good.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's $900 though, right?
It ain't. That's like it's not $900.
that also use a off-the-shelf Tiffany driver. Oh wait, no, he uses Fostech. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to run an ad. Oh, I can't. No, we're not doing that because I just mentioned Borealis, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
We'll only shit on people here. But yeah, I mean, so where would you place that comment on? Like Singaporeans are lo-fi.
I mean, it was pretty contained, so I'll put it about a 7 as well.
Okay, as a Singaporean, how would you feel like? Do you like to be told by a person that you're lo-fi? Well, you are, but like, you know.
Please, my tastes are acquired, all right? Acquired.
Oh, there's a giant R headphones thread about it. Oh, good. I think there should be because he's like, I don't like the guy. You know, he like, I mean, like, you don't see me trying to sell a headphone, right? If I were to try to sell something, I would not show my face because I don't have good standing in this community. But I just don't think that you would like go out and ruin your own reputation like that if you're like the outward facing of your company. Like, you know, you don't see like, you know, like somebody from CFA, maybe the CEO from CFA come out from a big forum saying something racist like that, you know, like you will never see like CFA do anything like that. I'm sure they have a PF firm, you know. But okay, 7? Really?
Yeah, right. I mean, personally, I didn't really feel much. It's like just this guy calling me lo-fi. I'm like, I mean, in my head, I did think it's like, who the hell are you to tell me I'm
exactly,
lo-fi?
right?
Like what kind of headphones have you even tried? Like, I've probably tried more than you. That's so. Yeah.
But how about this argument? So obviously, he sells a very boutique headphones, right? And I would like to say that out of like the few years that he's been making them, I would say like maybe he sold like what 200 or 400 to be like just to give him that much, right? Maybe he sold way less. Like people say it's a good headphone. I don't want to try it because that guy's a fucking racist. I don't care, right? Because like
I would like to try it. So like if it's shit, I can actually say it.
No, I don't care. It has bad QC problem. Obviously they fixed it, but like still, like how do you sell? So
I mean, if it breaks on you when you try it, like you'd be like, hey, this is an actual piece of garbage, you know.
I don't want to spend $900 to try it, and obviously they're not gonna send it to me. So my point is that so like if you only sell 200 headphones, having 10 people not buying your headphones is actually a big deal, right? But if you sell like 5,000 IEMs a year, having 20 people not buy your IEMs because you say something dumb on HeadFi is definitely not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So I think like proportionally his clients are like his market size are way smaller. By saying that, I think he probably turned like 10 or 15 people off of the headphone just based on his comment.
Yeah, definitely.
So what would you rank that as? If you were to rank Singaporeans are shady at 6.5, would you rank Singaporeans are lo-fi? Would you rather be lo-fi or shady? That's what I'm asking. As a Singaporean, would you rather be lo-fi or shady?
I mean, you already called me lo-fi.
Well,
and shady,
I don't sell IEMs, obviously.
I
also called you shady too, by the way. So there's also that.
I'll put it at a 7, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's. I
mean,
agree with that.
Because I was there personally when that happened, so like, yeah. But I mean, if you just told the story to someone else, I don't think they would rate it as high as me.
Right, but
right,
I get it. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm proving my point in 30 minutes. So
yeah.
So if that's like PR, the ranking of PR disaster, right? It has nothing to do with race, but the two ones we have are just happens to be racist.
Yeah.
So how bad is retweeting an anime girl with yogurt on her stockings?
Not. I mean, I'd like to say I've seen worse, so it isn't too bad. But
I mean, obviously, you take personal offense from being called shady because you're Singaporean, right? And you are obviously very tame to the degenerate culture of being a weeaboo.
Yes, very tame.
So obviously you're not gonna give us a high score. So give us your very biased score.
I'd say probably a 5. I reckon.
I want to say it's like a 2.
I mean, like, in my terms of
It's not
Degen,
like it's
pretty
first of all, it's a
low.
picture. First of all, it's a picture.
Yeah.
It's suggestive, and second of all, he's not being racist.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you know what is it even like? You know?
I mean, like in terms of PR, like it's no, we're not gonna like debate what the yogurt is or is not. Okay, so the thing is that you learn in marketing things you don't want to talk about when you're selling a market unless you're like hardcore racist. You don't want to pick your political party, so you don't want to come out and say you're Democrat or Republican. That's the second, and the first one is being a racist. Well, unless you're selling to the racist crowd, unless you're selling a hat with a swastika on it. I don't think being racist is your is the you know, like especially now, right? I feel like it's just not something so I feel like those things are 6 and 7 and like 8.5 because it's just something that you shouldn't say in terms of marketing. It's kind of silly things. I don't think they mean it, but like still it shouldn't have came out of your mouth, right? The yogurt, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, back to DGen. Back to DGen though. So now that the audience have stared at this picture for how long? For the better part of 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
When so by the way, this is an official moondrop drawing, by the way. So like this is on their website, on the art section, and listed under official moondrop drawing. So if anybody doesn't know, this is your topic, Snick. Which is your favorite type of anime girls? The lollies. Do you like?
I've never. I don't want to say anything about it because you know.
I am not a lolly. Snick 20. Snick
2021.
I am not a lollycon.
I'm not a lollycon. Yep, Snack 2021.
Clip that.
Whip it.
I think it's like the lolly bait picture that they like to, which is like again, if the yogurt was 2.5, this is not that bad. That's why we have it here.
Yeah.
You want to explain?
I mean, in terms of a degeneracy, like
it's pretty degen. Yeah.
That bad.
I don't even think we're talking about it. Now that I'm thinking what I'm gonna say, I don't think we should talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah. Just she's got a rape whistle. Okay, by the way, this is not me. This is on Moondrop's website. If this is taken down after this, I know, like, obviously it's not, because nobody watches it, right? The girl on the left got a fucking rape whistle on her backpack. That's like the first thing I saw when I was looking at, I was putting together the slide with Snake, and I'm like, we gotta put this, because this is fucking retarded.
Yeah. Danger.
Okay, that's what would you like if the yogurt is a 2? What would you rank this as? I would say like 1.5.
I mean, if you know, like it's
no,
spicy,
definitely should not have school children's marketing your
Yeah.
IEMs, like pictures of anime picture of school children marketing
I mean,
IEMs.
that's the thing. It doesn't have anything to do with IEMs for this pic exactly. It's
I thought they're doing isn't that their earbuds on their backpack or whatever, and then like earbuds in the back, rape whistle in front. I'm gonna
yeah, it's like it's so hard to see it because for the girl on the left and it's like they're holding in the middle.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely not. Well, I mean, like, to agree, to disagree. Don't have this picture on your website and list it under official. Definitely very
agree.
degen. Yeah, no. Hentai flashbacks. All right, next. Best waifu. Boom. This is the best. Again, I'm super biased.
You're biased, aren't you?
Yeah. Tenchijin is my hometown boy. From my hometown. The owner is from my city. So, never met him, by the way. So, this is not the original Tenchijin Oxygen. So, the original doesn't even have the anime girl on it. This is the special edition. Which I think they claim it sounds different, but I doubt it.
It's just a bunch of us, and that's about it.
Yeah. Rate the waifu. Isn't this just the best waifu?
I mean, I've got a thing for white hair and plus Seifuku, so I rate 8.5.
I feel like the sailor uniform is just kind of standard for
I mean, I've seen worse, so you know, it could be any worse. So it's decent. White hat design's pretty good.
Oh no, we didn't put. Oh, you should add another slide.
Which one? What'd you forget?
I didn't forget. You just saying you just said you seen worse, and I remember which one. Your hometown Australian-made IEM had a waifu. How did you forget about that? Go find a picture right now. Go find a picture.
Oh, give me a second. I'll have to dig a bit.
Ooh, put it after the after the collapse slide and before the best before the acoustic slide. Okay. So Tension Oxygen, like I think they never really included any of like, so this is like so Tension had like some Japanese marketing material where they drew the girl wearing the IEM, but like marketing the IEM, and obviously that's the original character, and they have a voice actress to like voice that voice the thing, and she speaks Chinese and Japanese, so like a VTuber thing. Yeah, but like she had like, they have like one video, but it's I think.
Oh, I mean, do you want to include the one that has final with the VTuber?
I don't. That's not Finals VTuber, isn't it?
I don't think so, but I think they hired her.
I think they hired her. Yeah. It's not the original waifu. Original waifus only. That's why we're putting your Australian-made IEM with a waifu on it. It's gonna be great. Okay.
You'll be fun.
I think this is the way, if you want to have anime girl on your fucking IEM, which you really shouldn't. Well, I don't care. Cause like not my wife, right? Cause like I feel like they're like, if you were to like, okay, but we're gonna get to a point. So if you were like to have a collab with like a Weeaboo thing, I think you would sell things. I think then you have a market, right? Like you would have like a hardcore like it. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna think about a really bad IEM. I'm gonna think about it right now, okay? And I'm gonna ask you if you want to buy it. And it's gonna be expensive. Have you ever heard the Final Fibas, right? Whatever, Phi BA.
Yeah.
That shit is awful, right?
It's good. No, it's good. I like it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh shit! I need to think of a bad IEM. Okay, what's a bad American IEM they don't like? Okay. If Shore would re-release their Shore 535 TL, and they would put Soisei on the box, and the box would be TL, would you buy it? $500.
Fuck, man, you tell me.
It's Soisei wearing the Shure 535 on the box and the TL with all the color scheme. You would fucking buy that shit. You would eat that shit up, wouldn't you?
It should also like.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I mean, I'll buy it just to collect it, but I wouldn't use it at all.
Well, yeah, right. I don't think anybody would use a 535, but you know. But my point is, I think the point is that if you want to,
most likely, you know, she would collab with Fityear.
Yeah, but
if they collabs, but yeah.
Yeah, but Fityear makes good IEMs though. I think they make good IEMs. Okay, expensive but good. Okay, but my point is that I feel like having your own original character is kind of like, if you want to be weeb, right, and then you want to have like weeb marketing, you might as well use the existing character that you can. Well, obviously you have to pay for licensing, all that stuff, right? But I think that's like a way more effective way, you know, to pay like you know, popular characters, and we'll talk about the collabs later on. But no,
yeah,
I think original character design wise, this is probably one of the better ones, like from a Chinese artist, I guess. So I guess I'll give this one a, because of my hometown boy, I'm gonna give it 9.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you your score, and I'm gonna say.
Yeah, still trying to find you know
our best slide.
Aussie waifu. Yeah.
All right.
Give me a second.
All right, next one. The best slide. This is how much did we? How much was this cost again? The special edition versus the regular M3X.
I think it's about 600.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So how much is it more than the regular version?
I think it's about like 150 more. I
Jesus.
reckon.
So
I mean, you do get a box and a back engraving and a leather case.
yes.
so-
You get a lot of those things. I get, understand. But like, you have to understand that you're pretty much selling the same thing, right? Unless like, obviously, like if you don't like this kind of stuff, you wouldn't buy that. So like having the special edition.
And it's 500 units.
Right.
made,
It's
so,
it's like super limited, right? So, but I think it's I think it's super cute, honestly. Not my wife, but you know, if my wife
it's
would,
definitely Yuri is always a plus.
sure. So Snick, tell us what's your other favorite hentai genres that you like.
That's for another podcast, not this one.
That's how you're gonna get out your mandatory army service.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like it's $500. I mean, $600 and $150 more than. Okay. And I told you that story before. I have had a friend who recently got into audio, and I just tell him, like, I was like, just no, don't, right? And he wanted an IEM because he's been traveling out of work, so it's kind of like my situation, but he's traveling. He's like, I want an IEM and a DAP, and I want it to be less than like $500. And I hit him with that Rush Pro tip, and cause we hang out, and he claimed that he never heard my IEMs, which is like crazy, because we met before, and I told him, like, hey, you know, just get something cheap under like $300, and you know, just don't get into this hobby ever again, right?
Yeah.
Cause we have the same wife. My wife's name is Ia, so like, but like people call her Arya. So he bought the moondrop Arya just because of the name, which isn't a bad. Okay, but like, hear me out. It's $40.
Yeah.
It's $40, right? I'm like
Yeah,
saying
40
that,
bucks.
you know, you could buy, you know, VX and Z1R and ConQ, but like obviously nobody's gonna do that, right?
Yeah.
And then he was looking at this DAP, and I'm like, you fucking weeaboo. He was looking on eBay, he's like, oh, where can I find this DAP? I'm like, $600. So he ended up buying the regular version of this DAP, which runs him about like what, $350, right? Or something like that. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just don't buy anything else. And he bought a cable for like 4.4 and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't think he has bought anything else yet. But no, I think like this is like the live proof like the Weeaboo marketing works.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say it's a bad looking thing. Like this is a pretty like attractive, and like the people who buy this, the DAP, is probably like got a bunch of moondrop and Taijin IEM anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever. I don't know how I want to like. Would you buy it? Would you buy it if you were to find one?
Nah.
You can probably sell that. You can probably sell this like if it's brand new. You can probably sell that shit for like $800 now. I bet.
Probably, yeah. If it's brand new,
I bet
but
it's super collectible.
500 units, mate.
Did you find my slide yet?
Nope, I can't find it. I think.
God damn it! It's not official. Was it not official?
It's not official at all.
Oh, it's not. He didn't end up doing it.
No, that's why it's like it became a joke.
Oh, was it a joke?
Yeah, it was done as a joke, and it's like it just became a meme. It's like, oh, you know, we'll slap it on, but then
man.
it's, you know.
That was okay. So let's not talk about the joke then. All
Yeah.
right, real waifus only. Next slide. The best. So did my thing freeze? So this is. So is Anima like the offshoot brand from Acoustune, right?
Yeah, it's offshoot.
So like, is this like their Weeaboo department, or is it their True Wireless department? Because this is their only.
I think it's the True Wireless or like normie IEMs, I guess.
Yeah, like
Because
mass
most
market.
of the IEMs are, designs
Right.
are like whack.
But like, but they're actually, well, half Japanese, I guess, part Hong Kong. So half Japanese, half Chinese. The Akustun as a company. But still Japanese though, like, right.
Yeah.
They made their true wireless. This is best anime, best original character, like without a doubt, right?
Without a doubt.
Because I think we talked like when we were making the slide, they hired like a actual like a real artist, not just their girlfriend drawing the original design. Also, the artist did bunch of art for Krypton to like do like their anniversary art. So like official like talented like official artist who draws for a living, like an anime artist. Yeah, like a professional artist, and it actually looks really good. And that's the box that came with. I don't know why they have the guy there, which is definitely not a good idea. So it should just be just the girl, because we all know girls don't wear IEM. So why would they have a IEM husbando on the picture? Just
true wireless, so it's not an IEM, I guess.
It's true wireless, and it's kind of like I think this is it's a good move. I mean I don't think it's a bad move. How about that? I think like, because like I don't think they're selling this anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's mostly just in Japan.
Just Japan market.
Right. And I think the Japanese are very receptive to the anime culture, to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. To rank the wife, I don't think we have much to talk about. Do you like the design? Do you like the character? It's not your type of girl.
I mean, the design's not amazing, but the art's
right. It's a very plain design.
Very plain design, but like the art is like,
oh yeah, top tier
like
art.
Having plain pasta, but the sauce is just damn good. Yeah.
You like you more of a sauce man.
Yeah, I'm a sauce
because
man.
I would think that you would like anime girls with very busy designs.
It depends. Like I don't mind busy designs, but if it's not done well, it just looks.
Your wife has a very busy design.
So does yours.
What do you mean? No, she doesn't.
Is it busy?
Not really.
I mean, that's a concert outfit, so yeah.
We're not shitting on each other's wife here. But like, yeah, I think it's definitely very plain, and it's also like not super like, okay, for us this is super weeboo-ish, very weeboo-ish, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But like I think like for the mainstream Japanese audience, it's like, oh, just picture drawn on a box.
It's basically just every day,
right.
You see on the train.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like they're so desensitized to like weeboo marketing. This doesn't really stand out for them. But knowing that, it doesn't matter. We're not Japanese. What's your rank, Snake, for the wife rank?
9.5 out of 10.
8.5?
9.
9.5. Oh, we're gonna give the same score. The best.
All right.
Design.
The best.
But I think not design. The most well drawn waifu on all the sides.
Why is it outrated about a 5? Looks pretty normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Ooh, that's rough. This is actual Japanese, like not like a Kustun, like half Japanese, like full on Japanese. Like I don't think you can get as a Japanese company as Fit Year. You're thinking in your head, you're thinking about, well, it's KL, KL is super Japanese, right?
KL is Japanese.
Right.
It's like all the guys that are Japanese. So
right.
Yeah.
So like Kumatate Lab is like super Japanese. So is Fit Year. Fit Year is a lot bigger than Kumatate Lab though.
I mean, Kumatate has no time for waifus because they're doing ramen.
I don't know why they have such weird like. Okay. I'm coming out looking to say that Fit Year probably sells more IEMs in China than in Japan.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
because like fit
Definitely.
year is massively popular in Japan,
Japan.
and in China. But
I
like
know.
the thing is that like they have already become the brand that Weeaboo, like rich Weeaboo, would buy if they're Chinese.
Yeah.
But but the thing is that like fit year only does customs, right?
Only customs.
Yeah.
I no. They
Well,
recently they've got.
well, yeah,
I mean,
but back in the day, like back in the
back
day,
in the day,
like you
customs.
can't buy a fit year, like you can only buy a fit year custom in Japan. So
Yeah.
so I have
And
known
in Japan,
people who's in China, flown to Japan, get their ear impression done in EE, when their fit year got finished, sent to EE, they went to Japan again and
yeah,
picked up
to
their
collect
fucking
it.
IEM, because EE wouldn't, like earphones wouldn't ship
Yeah,
overseas.
they would ship it out. Yeah.
Right. And some people just have their friends ship to them, but like it's yeah, like it's very rare. Like if somebody, like if I see somebody, like I've seen somebody with like a custom fit year in China, I'm like, oh wow, this guy's got money, because
Yeah.
he just spent $3,000 on that 335 right there, because the
Yeah.
plane ticket round trip was about $600.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with their marketing. I don't know why they have a very Chinese cartoonish waifu with the China dress. It's
I mean, I think that one was because the Aya's most of idols and singers use the Aya.
okay,
It's either the Aya or they use the 334 SR. Yeah.
but like I just thought that they could have spent more money on the art department than like well, do you like this 80s cartoon vibe?
Not really my thing.
Yeah, because they're not a boomer, right? And then obviously the fit year guy, he's a dentist, so he's quite
Yeah.
that's his
Originally, it is.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's his age, like that's his anime age things.
Yeah.
So what would you rank the fit year waifu? It's also a no. So I cannot edit.
Rate is 6.5, I guess.
6 point what?
It's yeah. What? It's not bad. It's not good.
6.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
All right.
It's awful. It's not the no. The snow theme is not to
Yeah.
me. All right.
I mean, IEM IRL looks fucking great.
I just don't think
But
that
no, waifu is not.
I just don't feel like the most Japanese company on this list should have the least, like the worst looking
Japanese.
waifu. Right?
Yeah.
Like obviously the like most of all, like aside from Anima, which is half Japanese, and Fit Ear is 100% Japanese. Like most of the other companies, they're Chinese companies appealing to the weebs, you know. And we're I'm not gonna talk about what I think about that, but I mean, like, I just don't think the most Japanese company on this list have the worst looking waifu. I just they could have just hired they're local in Japan too. They could have just gone anybody, like reach out, just like hey,
Yeah.
even
You've
better.
got tons of great art there.
They could have gone like better art for free. Just post
Yeah.
on Twitter, we're looking for a waifu. Draw us one. I'll pick the best one.
Yeah.
And then they can probably get that, like they can probably like, oh, here's the exposure of your design being on a fit eater box. I feel like they would have gotten that shit for free. Nope, they got this. They had to pay somebody and got this. So there's that. That's why that's why I feel so bitter about it. All right. Anything else you want to say about this waifu? About this trash tier waifu?
Pretty generic.
I guess.
Yeah. Right, let's get on the next one.
Ooh, C Audio. Newcomer.
Mhm.
So the speculation offshoot from QDC, right? Isn't that C Audio or no?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I've not been in audio for a while.
Okay, I don't think so. What do you think about the waifu? You like the different color eyes? It's a very anime girl thing.
Yeah, it's monochromatic, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like to use big words. Not a very smart man. Did you like the design, the bunny girl, long blonde hair?
It's not exactly. It's just a bow tie or something on top of the hair.
No, but it's still bunny ear. You don't like bunny ear?
The- No, it's not bunny ear. Bunny is like. Wait, there's like
Fine,
the
fine.
angle.
Okay, we're not gonna debate on what you put on your head before it's a bunny ear. No.
Nah. I mean, design-wise, it's actually pretty good, but like character-wise, generic as well. It's like a generic blonde-haired waifu.
I don't think like when you want to market towards the general weeb, you should have like a specific waifu.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
get
it's like
it.
nobody hates long, colorful-ish hair with
Yeah, just
sailor uniform and like this is gonna be your job, consulting
yeah.
on waifu designs when you get out of army.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
uh, but what would you rank this as?
I rate a 7.
Really? Better than the wait, actually
Yeah.
7. I'll give
Oh
it a
yeah.
5. I don't like it more than the moondrop waifu, honestly. I just don't like like the monochromatic eyes. That's a little bit weeby. Cause you do see in real life,
It's like
but not that like
it's super rare. Yeah.
yeah. But like it's not real life, it's waifus. So it's the design's okay. I mean like there's not so much bad things to say about it aside from the fact like the quality of the drawing is like they give you like a acrylic stand that comes with the IEM, which is nice I guess, but I don't really I mean like it's whatever.
How often would you use acrylic stand? That's the thing.
I'm not a bad weeb that I put other shit on my wall that I don't care about. I know that people just like to have different wives. So like they have
Yeah.
like tons of other shit. I don't. So yeah. Not my wife, I don't care. Not gonna be on my wall. You're not gonna see me buying C audio anyways, so there's also that.
Yeah.
Um
Right. Next page.
so like I guess we're transitioning I guess to the next page. We talk about how we rank our IEM waifus and talk
Yeah.
about this is really not how you should do marketing. How long have we been going?
Yeah.
Can't believe we were talking about wives for an hour and a half. Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ. Okay, so again, not Japanese, but with Weeaboo marketing done right. I
Yeah.
feel like this is the best. Like AK. Again, I'm gonna be biased here. I have an AK DAP, and I hate just about every single one of these DAPs on the picture. Well, not the collaboration, but like I've heard
Yeah.
all of them before.
All the
They
time.
all sounds awful. But I think that if you are a massive weeb who likes one of these franchise, you will buy those dabs, cause like
Definitely.
AKs are pretty premium, right? And this is
Yes.
not their like so for the K-On! And the horse anime, dab, they are their. I think even for the Fate, Heaven's Feel, dab is their lowest tier, right?
Back then, I think it was like the second lowest.
Really?
Yeah.
The SE100?
Yeah. Back then, no. For the Fate one, the AK-70 Mark II.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
because
lower?
I know that because I was actually working in an audio store when that exact DAP came in. One of it was for my colleague, and then the other was for sale. So I was actually pretty tempted myself to get that because I haven't had a DAP yet. So
Wait, you mean the Fate version or the SE100 without the?
the Fate version.
Okay, yeah.
Heaven's Feel.
I
I
really
nearly got.
yeah. I don't see I don't see anybody that. I don't think anybody should be happy about having SE100. I get okay. This is not an audio podcast. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
How much is it again? When it just came out, it's got to be $1,000, right?
For which one? The SE100
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, it's super pricey. Like AKs are always super pricey.
Yeah. Yeah, SE100 was about 1K ish.
Yeah. So like you're getting to the point that I think that some people like might spend like also like Fate is a massively like massively
It's a
popular.
very big franchise.
Yeah. Like it's a massively popular series, so like I'm sure like people it's got like if you want to collect anything Fate, you'll probably just buy this DAP like without thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad DAP. I think I honestly I'm not tempted by the design because I obviously I like FGO and all that stuff, but like Fate Stay Night or whatever.
Oh,
But
the Fate Stay Night dab. That one's an AK-70 Mark II. That one's pretty shit.
yeah, it's pretty
not
bad.
even
I've heard it. I've heard that like they put one out and I was like, "Oh, look, Saber on my DAP." And I was like, whatever."
Yeah.
The K-On! One though is definitely if I were to
That one.
yeah, that's a really good DAP. It's an AK classic. I think
Yeah.
I think I will probably realistically if I can buy MSRP I would buy the K-On! One.
Yeah.
Because I also really like K-On! But
Yeah.
then like it's just like a cute.
It's cute. It's a cute design.
I would never use it though because that DAP is shit.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Like as I say, all the DAP. Well, we're not an audio podcast by the way. Like I think I would just take the Gundam one. Also, I don't like NT neither.
No, I don't really like the design of the Phoenix. Like, I like the Banshee and the original Unicorn, but not the Phoenix. The gold isn't for me.
You understand that's the very Chinese DAP, right? The black and gold and
Yeah,
Gundam.
the gold. Yeah, the gold
Yeah.
blue.
Like I'm not a big fan of NT. Like obviously if they have a white one and have it like unicorn, that would be a lot better, as you will say, right?
That would be cool.
But like I think like cause like the other three like kind of like they're like engravings, right? And this is like a lot more. This is like an actual picture on the back of the DAP, and it's like super high quality. I have seen that one at earphones before too. That one is like super nice looking. Yeah, it's really good, but I think it has a premium because it was a limited edition. Well, they're all limited edition, but this is like super premium. Yeah, and I think this is their one step up again, right? That's not the this is the I want to say it's the
I think it was
SP1000, isn't it?
No, SP2K or something.
It's
like,
2K, not the 1K.
Which one? This one? No, this
The
one's
Gundam?
SC100. No, the Gundam one is SC100.
Oh, okay. The Gundam one's SC100.
So in the ranking scheme of AK DAPs is about the second best.
Yeah, and that's super expensive, isn't it too?
Yeah, it's still pretty expensive, like 1K ish.
Yeah. Okay, Gundam DAP.
Yeah, Gundam DAP.
Would you buy Gundam DAP?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Gundam, but like,
But that's
on
not your Gundam.
SC100, nah,
Yeah.
nah, pass. Like,
Okay.
I'm still waiting for Sony to do a collab, man. Like,
I think that's
when
okay. Next slide. Okay. So probably the best anime collab is by an actual Japanese company. Thank you. What? Oh wow! Did you see the picture of not drawn people, actual people?
Actual people, 3D people.
By the way, always the best. Sony's the best company ever. They don't pay me to say this. So Sony have a bunch of Weeaboo collabs before too. And people wonder why there's two pictures of real persons on there. If they don't know who they are, then shame on you. The first one is a Evangelion DAP that they released back in the fucking 80s when the anime was airing. Right, 2014. And I have not seen that DAP. I was not in audio back then, so
Yeah.
I think it's super cute. I think like a because it's just their regular DAP with like engravings on the back, right? And like I don't think we have found too much information about it aside from that fact it's just a collab with Gainax at the time, just to include their character on their IEM. And Final recently did we didn't include Final with their Weeaboo collab. Do you remember Final did a True Wireless collab with Evangelion, and they had the True Wireless, right.
I mean, that one was just basically of the color, wasn't it? It's
Right,
not exactly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of you know, that's like a shit collab, you know. It's kind of like a lazy collab. It's like, oh, we're just gonna paint our true wireless IEM in your. But yeah, I guess the Sony DAP takes a little bit more work, I guess. Just laser engrave in the back.
Where's my laser engrave?
Well, get a laser machine.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the Sony Sony Hatsune Miku collab? Because they had a range of products. Like I remember.
No, but they did sell. They sold like hotcakes in Japan.
Well, first of all, fuck Hatsune Miku. Shit tier Vocaloid.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously biased.
Obviously biased.
So like Sony released like a lot of like their lifestyle brand, I want to say, right? I would classify as like a lifestyle brand, like their lifestyle, like so like all of their true wireless headphones, like, and then with the DAPs is like what, the A55W or whatever, right?
It was the 45.
45. God, even cheaper.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
So like the marketing team goes like, okay, so how much money do you think these fucking weebs have? And they go like, probably not that much, so let's just do the mid tier. So like, I think like, if you are a fan of like Vocaloid or Hatsune Miku or whatever, fuck, I think you would. How much does that DAP cost? Like $300?
Less than that. I think around 250.
Okay, and how much is the headphone?
Headphone I also think about 150.
Okay,
200.
so like the mid.
That model wasn't like the premium one. So
Right. Because it's like it's wireless too, right? The headphone.
No, I don't think that one is.
Oh, it wasn't. Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't. So, yeah,
rough.
that's that.
Rough. So like, you know, if you want to be a fucking Hatsune Miku pleb, you can spend the $300 and buy the headphones. That's fine. But I think like that's like the general mid-tier marketing of like more or less $300 ish, like that people think that we will have, and they kind of do. Like, you know, you have $300 to spend around, and you like collecting these kind of things, like you would buy it. Part of a little off collab you probably have never heard of that I just so I have a friend who likes Rin, and he bought the speakers, like a power speaker from Rin, and he was talking to me about speakers. I'm like, no, literally not the same.
Yeah.
But like, no, like I think people are willing to spend like, you know, $300 if you have Weeaboo marketing, or if you're actual weeb, you would buy the best Sony has to offer when they collaborate with real Weeaboos. Like, do you want to talk about the bottom first or the top first? Okay, the bottom came first, right? So
bottom came.
Okay, I would like to say this is the most expensive IEM Sony makes. Okay, not the Z1R. It is not.
Even more expensive.
Even more expensive. Actually, the Lisa version, like when it was still on sale, it only cost $2,000.
Yeah.
So more or less the same, but it's a custom CIM. So
yeah, so you got to add extra costs on top of that.
Right. So for people who doesn't know what Sony Just Ear is, it is, I would like to say, my best description of it is a mid-fi IEM that costs $3,000, but then you get to meet one of the most legendary IEM makers in the world. But you don't get to do that when you buy the Lisa version of it, though. So basically, what Sony Just Ear is that you go to Sony in Japan, and you can either pay $2,000 from one of their 7 models. So 3 models, they have club, whatever. They have 3 models, the old models, and then they have 3 other models made for one of their newer versions of a DAP, and then have 1 special model. So they from a long time, like on and off, they will either have 6 or 7 pre-made models that you can pick from out of a Sony Just Ear, or you can pay $1,000 more to have a consultation with the creator of Sony Just Ear and also the famed EX1000, and he will tune your pair of Sony Just Ear to your preference. Now, I have not done that. I thought about it, and I was always in Japan, so it doesn't really, like, the logistic doesn't, like, care. And the IEM sounds okay. This is not audio podcast. The IEM sounds very good. And I had Z1R when I was in the Sony flagship store in Ginza. It definitely does not sound better than the Z1R. But I was also trying the universal version of it. I feel like, yeah, it's a very special IEM. But the Lisa collab is definitely a smart move. Obviously the most, I want to say the most popular J-pop singer in the world.
I mean, yeah, like if you've watched Demon Slayer, you've probably heard her voice.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think what they did is that she have her preferred tuning, right? And she gave her the input and have her Just Ear made, and then they sold her version of Just Ear. Now, how good does it sound? I have no idea. I think like there's one person heard it. Like it was Miji. It was in Japan when the Lisa run was going on. So like one person have said that they heard it, the Lisa version, and said it was good. And I'm like, well, they're all pretty good, but like when I was there's only like 5 of them that I've heard, which sounds like similar-ish. Okay, so Lisa collab on top is their current run of Sony Just Ear, which is tuned by Sawano, obviously not a singer, but a very popular anime music producer. I don't know what's the famous anime.
Three creators. What else? His latest one is 86. He's did for Out Noah Zero.
Yeah, Out Noah Zero. I think that's the one I listen to all the time. It's a pretty good song.
Yeah. It's that one's pretty banger.
Okay. So this is the end of the podcast. I'm gonna ask you a question. So like, I feel like the Weeaboo hobby and your audio, like obviously, like I think like between us, there's some kind of distinct separation between the weeb side and the audio side.
Yeah.
As in, like I listen to weeb music on my audio equipment, but then I don't think I am to that point that. How about this? If a company is trying to sell a bad product and they put your waifu on it, what's the maximum amount you can pay for? You want to pay for? So if
I said,
so if Shure made a 535 with Suisei on it, you would buy it. But what if Shure released like a 846? Like when do you stop?
All right, the thing is, if they're just going to slap a laser engraving on the IEM, like I wouldn't pay much for it because you're just paying for the box and for the laser engraving, and that's about it. Like if I'm paying the big bucks, I want it to be unique, like.
Okay,
the
so
design
like,
has to go
so like, so like, what do you mean? Like, so you know how? Okay, how about this? Like, okay, let's okay. The baseline tier is a moondrop B2. You know how they have the swappable faceplate, right?
That's perfect.
So they say they will give you a different box, a custom design box, and laser engrave on the waifu on the IEM. What's the maximum amount of money that you would pay just for that without having to? But it sounds like shit. But it sounds like 846, which doesn't sound bad, by the way, for like $100.
I would buy it because first of all, I'm audiophile before weeb when it comes to audio equipment. When it comes to audio equipment, I'm an audiophile before weeb. So
no.
So yeah, like like look, I bought Lab 1, all right. So that's
I would say you're more retard than audiophile, but sure. But this is not a audio. So okay. So what's the maximum amount of money that you would spend on an 846? Which doesn't sound horrible, nor does it sound good, but it's $1,000.
Nah, I personally wouldn't.
So what's the line here? What's the dollar amount line? It's like $500 for it to be bad.
Like I said, it has to be good because if it's just like especially if it's 846, like there's nothing much they can do to the shell.
No,
Like
what's think like A46 will like no think A46 but like sounds like moon like but it has like that, but it looks like a moondrop blessing too with the faceplate. You know, think like A46 with a faceplate.
Or like 1K for interchangeable faceplate. Like
No,
I could be
not
buying
interchangeable. Just your fucking wife on the faceplate.
I could get my wife on a faceplate on a custom IEM, man.
Yeah, but yeah, sure, but like that's not like specially like you know.
Nah, like even for official, like if it's
Yeah,
I
like
don't
not
think I'll
official.
pay
Like
for it.
you don't want like a official Suisse IEM merch, and then
For audio,
listens to Suisse just on those IEMs. She says
nah,
that this is how I'm supposed to sound.
nah. I wouldn't pay for it, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Like, all right, then I could ask the same question to you. Would you pay 1K for A46 B2 interchangeable faceplates with eye on it?
Um, probably.
All right. Yeah, for me
Um,
it's a maybe. Depends on the
um,
design. Like, if I like it enough, I don't mind. Money's no
no,
no
I mean
problem.
like how about this? I bought so much stuff for the wife that I don't really use. I just kind of a picture on a
I liked
box,
it.
right? Um, but at the same time, like oh man, audio story time, not audio story time. So like, I always said that again. Like I understand that there's kind of disconnect between like audio and being a weeb, because like I think like I much rather have a VX and not have my wife on it and sounds a lot better than whatever else you would have, right? And at
Yeah,
the same time, you know,
definitely.
I when I bought my Con Cube, I said the same thing. You know, I wouldn't mind having a Weeaboo Con Cube, but like that's not gonna happen, right? Because like that's not their
Yeah,
Weeaboo line. It's literally a brick. Nobody would buy that.
yeah,
So like, um, it's like the medium that whatever you like is probably not gonna collaborate with a company that thinks that you have that kind of buying power for like your like the things that you like. Okay, what's the worst kilobucks IEM that you would buy that put your face on? Would you buy a Suisse VE8?
I mean, VA is decent
Right,
though.
no, VE8 is very good. I think I love.
Yeah,
Again, like, would you pay
yeah.
almost $3,000 for a Suisse VE8? Because that's how much they cost, VE8s.
If it's official,
Right.
yes. If it's official, yes. I don't mind.
See, so
It,
would
it
you?
has to be good though. It has to be good. That's the thing.
Suisse signed to Sony makes Sony just ear Suisse version.
Oh, please.
Instant buy, right? I'm just kidding.
Right. No,
Um,
take my card.
this is the end of the podcast. So I think
Yeah.
like around $1,000 is like I think what people draw the line if you like where we draw the line for you know, your wife on a thing and it sounds
Yeah.
awful. But like I think like I just I hate I'm gonna get my last piece out of this. I hate this kind of marketing because obviously I'm not their target market. Well, I should be, but I'm not, right? Like I like anime things and I like audio, but I like better waifus and better audio.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that you would make a kilobucks IEM with my waifu on it. That will never happen, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm not hoping that. So I'm just gonna enjoy my audio and my audio side and enjoy my weeb on the weeb side.
Yeah.
I think the
I
only
agree with
time that it costs is just me listening to my waifu on my speakers. But like if you would have asked me to so my waifu recently released a true wireless earbuds and it cost $200.
Did you get it?
I did, yes. I
Yeah,
didn't
for true wireless, I wouldn't mind if it's official.
it's super low quality. I'll show it to you when I get it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet. I paid the money already.
Oh,
But like
like
again,
the-
like I'm
yeah.
saying that it's whatever. Right? It's $200. I'm like, am I even gonna use this piece of shit? It was just gonna be an unopened box. I think like I'm getting to that point, right? It's like
Yeah.
I wouldn't like if you were to make something like extremely expensive, like a just ear, I don't think a lot of people would buy that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. Well, Lisa fans probably would, but like like if you want to like have like a very niche waifu, I think it's hard for companies to justify like big kilobucks release for.
Yeah.
That's from like the marketing side of things.
Yeah.
But no. All right. Anything else you want to say, Snick, before you get banned?
Not really. Don't ban me, please.
All right. Say goodbye forever.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, we're done.
All right.
Time to ban.